Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Jocelyn and today it is time for another update in my 9 products in 2019 rolling project pan. I have a few updates already and of course an intro. This is my July update. I'm not necessarily doing this monthly, I'm just kind of doing it whenever I can get around to it and have enough progress to feel good about updating you. So like it says in the title, I have 9 products that I am working on throughout this year, and every time I hit my goal on one of those products, I am rolling that product out and rolling a new product in to hit a new goal on. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. This is my sheet right here, and you can probably see that I have lots of crossed out lines on here and new products that have rolled in. So I've been able to hit goals on a lot of products so far this year during this project pan, which is very exciting. I've definitely gone through a lot of products. So I'm excited to share my update with you. I do have a fair amount of updates, which is great. I suppose without further ado, let's go ahead and just get started. So the first item in my project pan is a foundation. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation in the shade Light 44. I haven't been able to use this, I think, since I threw it into this project just because it's a little bit darker, but it is summer. I have been out in the sun a lot more, although I look extremely pale on your screen right now. I am able to use this. So I have used this at least a couple to a few times a week over the last probably month or so, and this is what my progress looks like right now. Here, let me give you a close-up. So this is what this product looks like right now. As you can see, I have got quite a bit of pan going on. My goal with this product is to use it completely up so I can get it out of my collection. I feel pretty good about my progress on this product. I do have a concern that it might be breaking me out. I'm not totally sure, but every once in a while when I've used this product, I do notice an extra couple of breakouts, namely on my forehead area, which has been pretty clear. So I do have a little bit of a worry, but I'm gonna keep using this because unfortunately I do like the way it looks on my skin. But once I use it up, I'm not gonna repurchase it. I'll try and find an alternative powder foundation. But I do have really good progress and I'm excited to share that with you. Next, I was working to use up a bronzer. I had this bronzer right here, the MAC Matte Bronzer, in a project pan last year, and so I threw it into this project pan this year. I believe it's been in this project pan since the beginning of the year. And my goal with this was to use it up. I started the year with quite a bit of pan, but also still a decent amount of product. Last update, I had just a little sliver of product left. So of course, probably to nobody's surprise, I have officially used it all the way up. There's no more product in here, and I actually used this up pretty quickly after my last update because again, there was just so little product left. So very excited about that. I do have another bronzer in another project pan that I'm working on using up, but I did want to go ahead and throw a new bronzer into this project pan, which not sure if it's the best idea because I think my goal with that other bronzer is to use it completely up in that other project pan. So I don't know if it's the smartest decision to throw this in, but we're doing it anyways. And I'm throwing in my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is one of the oldest bronzers in my collection. Actually, it might be the oldest bronzer in my collection. I also haven't used it in quite a while because I've been project panning so many other bronzers, and then I also got a bronzer for Valentine's Day at the beginning of this year that I've used, so I haven't reached for this at all. So because of that, there's nothing to show in here. It's just, I mean, it's a little bit used. Here, I'll kind of show you. So as you can see, there is maybe you can see, I don't know, there is some usage here in the middle, but not a lot. So it does still smell really good. It smells like chocolate, which is great. But because this is so old, I would like to hit pan on it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but I would like to. So I'm gonna try. At the very least, I'll be able to use it a significant amount by the end of the year and have good progress on it, but I would love to hit pan in this. So we are rolling this bad boy in and rolling the MAC bronzer out, which I'm excited about. I feel good about that. Next, I am also project panning powders, so like pressed powders, loose powders, setting powders, that kind of thing in this project. And I think I've gone through maybe just one, maybe two, one? I think just one powder this year so far. But last update, I threw in this powder right here from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm covering up this bronzer because this is the one that's in that other project pan. But as you can see, I have hit pan on this powder, which is very exciting. My goal, however, is to use it up. So I'm on my way. I'm using it whenever possible. I did hit pan, I think, earlier this week, which was very exciting because I knew that I wanted to film this update video, and hitting pan felt very good because I knew I was going to be able to share that with you. So I have hit pan. My goal though is to use it up by the end of the year, so I'm going to keep using it. I have been using it to set my eyeshadow. I've also used it to touch up my face in the middle of the day after I've been wearing my makeup for a long time and just needed a little bit of a refresh to kind of blot some of the oils and then just kind of powder on top of it. So I've used it a few different ways, but I'm excited to get it used up. And once those two shades are used up, I think I mentioned this in my last video, maybe I'm not going to use the rest of this palette, so I'll probably get rid of it, but I am making really good progress on that beige shade in this palette. I think it's the shade Lucid on the back. So I'm panning Lucid and Sombre from this palette. Next, I am panning an eyeshadow. I'm panning the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush. L'Oreal is not cruelty free as of right now, which is why I have included it in this project pan, but I do really love this shade, so I'd like to use it up, not just get rid of it. And I have been using this a lot, and I do have a really significant dip. I have no idea how deep these pans are. I think that they're pretty deep, so I've been trying to use it at least once or more times a week because I would really love to hit pan on this, and it is a really beautiful shade. So let me show you. So this is what the pan, or I guess the dip, looks like right now. As you can probably see, there is a really big dip there in the center. I just expect that one day I'm gonna boom, hit pan, and not really expect it. I guess maybe I'm expecting it because I'm saying I'm expecting to hit pan, whatever. Regardless, I'm very excited about my progress on this. I have got a lot more dip than I did last time, and I just like using it. I wish L'Oreal would go cruelty free. That would be really awesome, but alas, they're not as of right now. Hopefully soon, at some point in the future, they will, but for now, trying to use that up. Next, we have a highlight. This is the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights Super Shock Highlighter in the shade On the Cusp. I don't think that there was any progress on this the last time I filmed, and there doesn't really look like there's a lot of progress, but I have been using this on and off. I am trying to project pan another highlight in my Harry Potter project pan that is really deep, so I'm trying really hard to project pan and hit pan on that one. So I've been kind of neglecting this one, but I don't know if you'll really be able to see. I do have a fair amount of dip in here, a bit more than I had to start with, and that project pan that the Harry Potter project pan is wrapping up here at the end of July, so I'm expecting to do real serious damage on this through August, September, October, and my goal with this is just to hit pan on it, and I'm not really expecting to have too much trouble with that once I finish my other project pan. So hopefully the next update there will be a lot more progress on this, but I guess we'll see. So my goal, hit pan, haven't done that yet, but have been working on it. Next, let's talk about the lotion. I am project panning lotions this year also. 2 updates ago, I had rolled out a lotion and rolled a lotion in. Last update, I hadn't finished it, but as of this update, I have finished this lotion. So this is a Lush lotion in the scent Sleepy. It is a lavender and tonka lotion scent. It smells really good. So just to confirm, I have used this lotion up. I did really love the smell, but it did kind of leave my skin feeling a bit tacky, you know? And this is a lotion that you use at night, and I didn't totally love the feeling of it on my legs, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this one, but it did smell really good. But now that I have rolled that one out, used it up, I am rolling in this First Aid Beauty lotion. This is their Ultra Repair Cream, so I guess it's technically a cream. This is to help hydrate dry, parched skin and temporarily helps relieve minor irritation and itching due to eczema and other conditions. I don't have eczema, at least I don't think so. I feel like I would know if I had eczema, right? But I do have some skin irritations, especially on my legs when I shave my legs. So I've been using this just over the last couple of days. I was using my Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream right after I used this up because I love that stuff so much. But I did receive this a while back from Octoly, and it is a really good cream. I don't love it though, so I want to project pan it to make sure that I get it used up. Oh, here, I'll show you what it looks like right now. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I do have it a fair amount used up. It's not quite halfway, but it's close to halfway used up. And I've been, again, using this the last couple days and really just rubbing it into the skin and not just, you know, slathering it on, leaving it, walking away. I've been really working it into the skin, and I feel like that's been working for me a lot better. So my goal with this is to use it up like with my other lotions, and I I enjoyed it, but I don't think I'd repurchase it. I'm sure that it probably works really well for some people who maybe experience eczema and other skin conditions, but it doesn't work splendidly for me. I prefer the Bum Bum cream. I just love that stuff. I love the way it works. I love the way it sinks into the skin, and I also love the smell. But I want to use this up because it is a good cream, but like I said, won't repurchase it after I finished. Alright, next I'm also project panning masks this year, and last update I had, I think it was the same story as with the Sleepy Lotion. I rolled this mask into my project pan 2 updates ago, but hadn't finished it by the last update, but it is finished up now. This is another product by Lush. This is the Rosy Cheeks Fresh Face Mask, proof that it is empty. This is one of my favorite masks from Lush. It just works really, really well for my skin, and usually every time I go to Lush I pick one of these up because I love it. I will absolutely repurchase this again, but I do have a habit of neglecting the fresh face masks because they sit in my fridge and I forget about them when I go to apply a mask. So I put this in my project pan to make sure that I used it before it went just totally bad. And I am rolling in another First Aid Beauty product. This is probably my favorite product ever from First Aid Beauty. I love this so much. It works so well for my skin. So this is the Skin Rescue Purifying Mask with Red Clay. It is a peel off mask and it works to minimize pores, control oil, and it mattifies. This works so well. I can't say enough good things about this, but I have had this in my collection for a very, very long time, so I wanted to make sure to use it up before it went bad. I'm sure this has, yeah, a 12-month expiration life, but I've had it for definitely longer than 12 months. But last time I used it, it still works perfectly well. It does have, I don't know how, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see around the opening there. It is like an orange kind of coloring, so you just kind of spread it onto your face, avoiding all of, you know, the usual hair areas, and then leave it on, I think, for like 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes, and then you peel it off, and your skin just feels beautiful and smooth and just resurfaced and clear and cleansed, and it just, I love it. I love it so much. But again, it's been in my collection for a while, so I wanted to use it up. All right, 2 more products, and they are both lip products, and I do have updates on my paper right here. So the first one is the NARS Audacious Lipstick in the shade Anita. This is how much product I have left, which is not, I mean, it's still a lot of product, let's be honest. Lipstick takes forever to use up, and I've been using this so much over the last couple weeks, and I'm kind of disappointed that when I marked it on the sheet, it didn't look like it had gone down that much, so I was like, why? But let me show you. I mean, we've got all these lines right here. This top one is where we started, and this very bottom line is where we are ending. So there's really not too much of an update between last update and this update, although I have been using it quite a bit. Doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't seem to look like I have, but I am wearing this a lot more, and so I feel okay about my progress. I just need to keep wearing it a lot more. The next one, on the other hand, I keep meaning to use this as a blush, and I keep forgetting. What I'm talking about is a Bite lip crayon in the shade Rhubarb. It is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I mean, I guess I like the way it looks. It's pretty, but it's just, I've learned that it's just not my cup of tea, but it's still, I mean, it looks fine, I think, and I do want to try and use it as a blush. You know, if I just put it on my hand, run a blush brush through it, and then kind of dab it onto my cheeks. I've been meaning to do that. It'll help me use this up faster and just use it in general because I've been really bad about it. So let me show you my update. So here is that column right there, so you can see where I've started, and then my most recent update right there. Again, it doesn't look that impressive. It's a smaller tube than the NARS ones, so you can kind of tell, like, they look like I've used them about the same, but the bullet size in this is a lot bigger than the bullet size in this one, so really I've used this one a lot more than this one. So I feel okay about my progress there, but my goal with both of those lipsticks is to use them up by the end of the year, so we'll see. I am working towards my goal. I feel okay about it, but I have been using other lipsticks from other project pans a lot more. Okay, maybe just one lipstick from one other project pan, but whatever. So those are all of my updates for my 9 products in 2019 rolling project pan. I hope that you enjoyed. I feel pretty good about all of my progress. Even the lipsticks, I feel okay about those progresses. Those progresses, is that the right way to say that? I have lots of other project pans going on my channel, so feel free to check it out and click around, because again, there's lots of them. There's one that's wrapping up at the end of July. There's this one. I have a graveyard project pan going on, a pan that palette. going on. Lots of fun things if you enjoy videos like these. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe for more content from me, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below, and I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.